Dude, that hurt a lot. Those that can't do, teach. Oh, hi. Just arrived in Rotherham. I've got my Built for Athletes backpack. I just tried to do something really authentic when I got here, and that's why I had the camera set up in the room before I got into the room, so that it would be authentic. Because I thought that would look authentic. You know, like when you have those impromptu, candid photos of you and your friend laughing that aren't staged. So what am I doing here? Rep It Out is on, part of the Graft family, the kind of Battle for Middle Ground, Graft, Rep It Out, Arnold, that kind of family. Rich Hornsey brought me over. Very grateful for that. I was at Battle for Middle Ground during the early summer, and I was supposed to come to another couple of events, but I was at the games for one of them, and we were on family holiday, I think, for the other one. Basically going to be going, don't actually know what I'm doing there yet, but doing some media stuff, doing some media stuff. Actually, funny enough, they put up a post today about their media team, and I wasn't on it, so I'm obviously not doing that much media stuff. But I think I'll do a bit of a vlog about it, and I will do probably do some short little funny videos and stuff with athletes and that, just to kind of, you know, give a bit of coverage to it. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm staying at plush hotel, Premier Inn. I think I'm going on Savannah soon, so I'm going to get ready for that, get set up, get the laptop and stuff set up. Waiting for the Savannah show, watching Colton Merton's latest vlog. He's on his bike. I like Colton a lot. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah.
I got it.
Bye.
Yeah, sorry.
Morning chocolate. We're almost done. Taylor, you want 5 more minutes?
Taylor. 5 more minutes.
Okay, let's do morning chocolate.
Tilt your fucking camera back up there. No one's see your
You
crotch.
don't want you want this. Sorry.
Your lens isn't long enough, son. Here is my beautiful car. Oh my god. I actually have a pretty funny story about rental car. When was there a statute of limitation on this kind of stuff? I rented a car the last time I was in the UK, and you put your credit card in, you know, for like damages or whatever. And I said, they said, okay, tomorrow morning you take pictures and call us if there's any damage. So thankfully that night I couldn't find the place, so I rang their office to try and find the place, and they didn't answer. So then I left, went to the place, totally forgot about taking pictures of the car. And I rang my wife at like 9 a.m. or something at the venue to see how things were. And the next day, dropping the car back, I stopped to get petrol, gasoline, and noticed a scratch on the back. And I was like, fuck, I never took a picture or anything. I don't know when that happened. I don't think that was on it before when I had it. So I dropped it back and I lied. I was like, oh yeah, this that damage is on it. And I tried calling, but no one answered to say that it was there. And the guy goes, oh, have you got a picture of it? And I said, no, sure, what difference does that make? I could just take the picture whenever. He said, oh, usually you take the picture and you timestamp it. It timestamps for, like, you know, when you found it, and that makes it okay. And I was like, yeah, no, I didn't do that. And then I said, but I called. And he said, oh, show me the call. Obviously I didn't have a call because I didn't call. So I was like, oh, I can't find it at the minute. I was like scrolling through my phone. Back into the office, dropped it off. Your man was like, yeah, you're going to be charged, but you can appeal it. So I appealed it. And the key lesson is here, I didn't let it go. I appealed it. I photoshopped the photo of me calling my wife, and I changed the number that I called to their office number, and I said that I called it, and I said the advice I was given was to call the office, and nobody answered the office. And after 2 months, 2 months and constant emails, they gave me back my money. It probably was me that did it. Hypothetically, that's all hypothetical. You own this event, not just a stool.
No, honestly, if you look at the bank balance, I think it's just a stool.
Arnold is coming back. So you did it like 2 years in a row and then took a break and then bring it back.
Yeah, so there was a lot of politics kind of behind the scenes. So obviously the Arnold's is done on a license model around the world. So the guy that had the license for the UK for 3 years is now in prison.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what did he do?
He's got sent down for fraud.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so...
What's his name, Carol Salvia?
I think they're like brothers or something. But yeah, so that's why last year went missing. I don't know this, but my presumption is rather than a big legal case to null that 3-year contract, it's more cost effective to let the 3-year contract just run its course, miss a year, and come back with a new license holder, which is what they've done.
And what, like, so this is a community event, like affiliate, bit of crack. The Battle for Middle Ground ones are like, find out how fit you are, test yourself, and, you know, have something to work off. What's the Arnold USP?
Still loading. So if you'd have asked me 2 years ago, my whole focus was to make it the biggest, kind of most glamorous event in the UK. And I think we were on trajectory with that, with getting Matt and Tia and people like that over. Then obviously missing a year, and then coming back this year, you've got to prove concept again, you've got to find your feet, you've got to get going. And with them now changing the time of year for it to be in like end of quarters, like we're going to lose a lot of that top end. So like last time when we tried to get like Adrian Mulweiler there to come and start inviting these big names to try and put them on the comp floor, well, they're all going to be busy this time of year. So we're going to probably have to see what demographics start signing up to it this year, and then reformulate a plan of where we go with that.
Are the ones like, say, the Battle for Middle Ground ones almost self-sustaining now, where it's a well-greased wheel and you just kind of keep going?
I don't think it's like we're well-greased like wheel, but there's only so much we can take prices up. They're dirt cheap as they are, if I'm being completely honest, for the cost of the venues, the cost of the equipment, and all the work that goes into it. When it goes out of like a box owner doing it for a bit of pocket money, and you're actually paying proper salaries, pensions, and looking after people, like we barely make any money. But what you've got is you've got the kind of like rinse and repeat thing. So we do genuinely have an absolutely fantastic team. The feedback says that. Like I've had umpteen people come up to me today and say that like graft events are their favourite events because they run to time, they run smooth, the workouts are good, and they just enjoy it. Like we genuinely work our asses off for it. So then when you've got that, it's a case of rinsing and repeating for the other ones, so we can like take on more events, try and elevate them to our level, try and build better profit margins in them. Like stuff like the merchandise and doing that, like being completely honest, and it's nothing against these companies, but sponsorship deals are usually pretty rubbish for us. I know like everyone sees all the brands here and think that we must be absolutely raking it in, but it's like we're not. They don't go anywhere near it. And then to give prizes out, to try and look after the volunteers and give them stuff to make them feel like valued for being here, which they massively are. It's like, for me to give, I don't know, £75 cash to somebody, it's like, I can probably give them £100 worth of merchandise. And through, you know, working around tax and everything like that, everybody's better off. They've got better kit, and we've got better kit. But the more events I do, it legitimises buying the sort of quantity that you've got to buy to do that. Yeah. So by taking on more events and growing, we should be able to take more staff on. So we can still run them at a high standard, but across more events. We should also be able to give more to people like the volunteers and the winners and things like that.
And your all or most of your events anyway are CrossFit licensed.
Yeah, all.
Why do you do that? Because that's like, it's more expense, it's more money going out, so why bother doing that?
Again, if I'm honest, it's a bit like the age-old thing with like CrossFit gyms where lots of people are like, where's the value, it's just the name, this, that and the other. I could probably drop the CrossFit licensing, but for me it's like, I suppose this business wouldn't be here without CrossFit. So for me it's a mutual kind of like, I probably wouldn't have half the customer base, or I might not have even got events off the ground, and I wouldn't have a CrossFit gym if I'd not found CrossFit. So yeah, I get it's just a name, but if you ain't willing to support it and kind of push the brand and help a little bit, then I just don't think you should be like trying to like float yourself off in this sector. You're attracting CrossFitters, they're your customer, so just pay your dues.
Imagine how confused those people on the treadmills are. Like, what the fuck are they doing? I wonder if any of them have ever thought of doing CrossFit.
Yeah, so CrossFit Berlamium in St Albans and CrossFit Heathrow near the airport, yeah.
How long have you owned that for?
So we opened Heathrow in 2019, just before COVID, and we opened Berlamium in January of this year. So we're really new, so Berlamium's really new.
Are they near each other?
Well, so, no, not really, maybe half an hour.
Okay.
So yeah.
And why open second one?
It was just the opportunity like, that came to me, so I'd have been mad turning down because St Albans is my hometown, so I opened the gym in Heathrow just because, again, like a good unit came up, and when the opportunity to open it, or be a part of the St Albans gym came up, it would be silly to turn it down. So yeah, going right.
And are you like, as an affiliate owner, are you keeping an eye on what's going on and stuff, or do you care?
In regards to what? Not really, to be fair. Not really. We back the methodology over anything, so we don't really mind what's going on behind the scenes. It is what it is. Like I've like CrossFit in its rawest sense. The community side of it is what I think is the main driving force, so that's what we focus on.
Is our final movement on the barbell for this workout. Push press for Phil White. Push jerks to the defiant cone. Not much in it.
How was that?
It's tough. I was sending it too much. Oh gosh.
That first go on the rower was pretty impressive.
I think that's the fastest I've ever rode in my life. 3,400, 3,500. But it kicked in the second round. The last round I felt horrible in the legs. I felt fine going through it, but always the first workout back when I'm always through.
And that's 2 events I've been at where I've recorded with you, and 2 events where you've been in a bin afterwards. Is it me or the workout?
The workouts. Me feeling horrible and the workouts, so.
And when you're on the floor, so you were on the floor for about 3 or 4 minutes after you finished. At that stage, are you thinking, oh fuck, I need a bin? Or is it delayed?
I'm always fine, and then I walk off a bit dazed, and then I look for a bin, and then unfortunately I empty my bowels in there.
Because there's a bin closer to the floor, and I saw you kind of veer towards it, and I was like, no, he's hardly, and then you went for the second one.
Yeah, well, furthest away so people didn't see it.
Okay, so what, you were second in that one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so then you've left yourself now where to follow through with your plan, you have to win every event now.
Yeah, pretty much. I know those 2 are pretty big, so I'll see what they're like on the run. I know that some people might pip them. Hopefully that puts some gap in between us and them.
You do a good bit of track stuff, don't you, JSC?
Yeah, tracks on Wednesday or Thursdays. Been doing a lot of zone 2 and then a few interval stuff recently, so I feel me and Mitch will be pretty good. Happy to win that one, to be fair.
In lane 5 and lane 6, Jason and the winners for Greenlist. watching on the check group.
Collapse like.
No, well, just didn't get up for ages, but he's just doing this for dotting the eyes.
Is this your usual post-workout recovery routine?
No.
Really everything going?
The next one's just the max lift, so should be okay, but we'll see. I'll judge it in an hour.
Over an nap or a bit?
Yeah, I'll see what I'm like in an hour.
And had you a stomach issue coming here? Like, did you feel sick this morning?
Yeah, all last night.
Okay.
6 o'clock last night, just went really bad. I managed to sleep from like 8:30, 9 till 7 this morning, like almost straight through.
And is it something you ate or just what?
Could be something I ate. I mean, I had a GSN paella thing. I think that might have tipped me over the edge. Yeah. Oh.
Concerned girlfriend.
I don't think so.
Let's get these. Your heart's looking good. Is he always this dramatic?
No.
So are you sitting in first?
We are indeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Into the final.
And can you be caught?
I don't know. What's the leaderboard?
5?
Yeah, top 5.
I mean, you need a 5-point gap
yeah.
at least, surely.
I think from.
I guess sometimes maybe they do like double points. Really?
Or a reset.
Or if they do the reset, that's an interesting. I don't think they do.
Nobody really does that.
No, it does, doesn't it? It makes it like the whole day.
That'd be cheeky.
Yeah, like why don't we just sandbag half the work? Yeah, no. Hopefully not.
Someone who just squeaks in 5th and then get a wheelhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, if it is, I think this is in our wheelhouse. We love a legless rope climb, seated and normal.
Girl, you love a legless rope
We
climb.
love them. We love them. She's good at them. She just doesn't know it. So. Regardless, we're gonna have some fun with this one, and just fight to the end. Yeah.
You had an unusual season last season.
Yes. Yeah.
It was cut short.
It was a little bit. Yeah.
Unceremoniously.
Yeah.
What's the plan this season?
At the moment, it's individual. No teams have kind of formed, or there's been a proposal for a team, and I think.
Would you be reluctant to do team after last year?
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm scarred to the point. I'm on good terms with Zach. I think I understand it. It was a.
Were you immediately on good terms, or did that take time?
I was, to be honest. I think, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It's an opportunity for his family, for the security of. So why wouldn't you? I get it, and these things don't come at opportune times. They don't, time at the end of the season. So I could tell he was a bit gutted, and he hated telling us. So there's no point,
sticking the boot in.
Yeah, driving the dagger in any deeper. So no, it was fine. I understand it. These things happen, and I had a good time up to that point. And to be honest, it was a chance to progress individually, to be up to their standards.
Yeah.
And now it's got me on a platform now. I'm ready to see where individually can take. But no, not scarred. If a team was to come, then great. But there hasn't been one yet. And I think just because I work full time, have like dog family life like around me, travel and that was quite taxing. So it would have to be a local team.
Where are you based?
Essex.
Okay.
Yeah, so Essex, London. Like London's fine. It's quite easy to get in and out of
This is a fair bit
London.
away from Essex, isn't it?
London, no.
Here now.
Oh, here's yeah. We've travelled 3 hours? 3 hours to get here.
Why did you travel here? I know for this, but
yeah, no, we're part of the Defiant family, so we were all going to be here, and it's a fun one. I didn't do it last year, so it was a chance to have a go at it, and some really good competitors in the mix, so we'll have some fun. And and Hornsey always puts on a good event. Like, it's always a good show, so we know we're gonna have a good time. And a lot of events are typically north, so this isn't unusual for us to be travelling Sheffield, Leeds, Manchester. So
what's next after this then? Are you just putting the head down for February?
what a pleaser for me now. Yeah,
Is that
finally confirmed.
On your own?
Elite teams.
Who are you doing that with?
A girl called G from Iceland, and then a girl from
G?
Yeah, I'm not even
Just the letter G?
Yeah, well, she has a name, but
right,
I
okay.
can't pronounce it, so I'm
You
gonna
just dubbed her G.
She was like, just call me G or Gucci. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then a girl called Katie from New Zealand.
Cool, okay.
Yeah,
so Fit Aid and Defiant Co will be hopefully footing some of that bill for you.
And team training programming as well, they've supporting it, so
That's cool.
excited, because I think Will Kane's doing it as an indie this
Okay.
time, so it'll be fun to go along with them. But hopefully team training are the ones that are really backing it, and then I'm going to reach out to a few sponsors as well to see if every little helps.
My job, UK and Ireland country manager.
That's a job that I remember speaking to you on the show, I think, before.
Yeah.
And you were like, why would I want to do that?
Yep.
Why did you want to do that?
I don't know, I felt like you could do a bit more than when it first came out, you know, like there's a bit more investment in trying to help infrastructure wise, all the stuff that kind of affiliates were asking for, we can now actually start providing for, you know, so it seemed like you could actually do some work rather than just say, no, sorry, we can't do that, or we don't do that, or whatever, you know, so.
It seems like historically it might have been like a complaints department.
Yeah, I mean, that was my perception of it too, right, when Ollie took it on, because that's the way Greg wanted to run the company, was, you know, total autonomy for affiliates for everything, which was, you know, complete freedom, but also I guess it was also like, well, therefore we're not going to kind of like do any of the stuff that maybe affiliates were crying out for as well, so pluses and minuses of that kind of way of running things, right, total freedom for one, but also, you know, like maybe some of the affiliates were asking for certain things and it was like, no, we're not doing that kind of vibe, and that led to the growth of many other provisions in the stuff, right? But I always thought maybe CrossFit could have been in that world as well. You know, when affiliate owners are asking for something, I think we're supposed to be of service for them. So try to do that really.
There's obviously been a lot of noise about changes and stuff.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
At HQ.
Yeah.
So does that change your role? Is that like, do you feel anyway? Do you feel like you have to explain things? Do you feel like are you hearing more complaints, more questions?
No, you know, honestly, I mean, welcome to another day in CrossFit, right, with change. It's like 6 months of just stability would be nice, right, but we've never known it. So I think for me, my primary goal, especially when I first got into affiliate ownership or CrossFit in general, was like, this stuff is so good, everyone needs it in their life. And that goal hasn't really changed. You know, I get it, if you've got shareholders in the business, they want to leverage that amount of people doing it to get income, right? I totally get that. So it's still the same motivations, I guess, but for different outputs, right? I don't really care about the monetary thing. I just think everybody should be having a dose of this in their lives, whatever that looks like. And so those things kind of dovetail quite nicely, really. Whereas if that changes, then yeah, I'm probably going to question why I'm doing it and what I'm doing it for. But at the minute, it stays exactly the same. So, and the good thing is, the bosses that surround me understand that. So they fly air cover all the time, you know, and give me the freedom to do that, and maybe ask forgiveness, not permission, which is very handy for me.
And then
so it's good.
Plans then, another affiliate gathering, is there another one?
They seem to be the big win out of all the stuff, you know, like since Don's come in, he's been really proactive with like, oh, we're going to try different stuff and different ways of doing things, but the constant has been getting people together. And I think, I mean, it's a bit of a wanky phrase, so excuse me, but like we've got a really mature market in Europe and in particularly in the UK and Ireland. And so I think what we do now is we're just trying to empower people to do that on their own. Like, yes, we'll always have the big central gathering which will kind of run and try and leverage whatever, but the Irish one as an example, that we turned up for that, and that wasn't run by us. Like Lorna took the initiative there and was like, I'm going to set this up, I'm going to do the day schedule, I'm going to source sponsors, I'm going to source the venue, and got all of those people together. And I mean, it was we'd messed up, it was poorly timed, and I take ownership on that because it was the same weekend as the Filthy 150. Like, what an idiot move, but we still had a load of people turn up to spend the day with us and stuff. So that's what I want to move more towards, less CrossFit doing everything and more the community doing it for themselves. So that's happening more and more often in Ireland and over here, you know, so it's super cool.
What caliber of level of athlete would you qualify yourself as?
Myself?
Yeah.
I'd say I'm just on the brink of semis, just on the brink.
And do you think
if you take away handstand push-ups, then yeah.
So were you crushed then when they changed it from 60 to 40?
Say again?
Were you crushed then when they changed it from 60 to 40 this year?
For me, it's not as effective because I'm going team.
Okay.
I'd say if I was individual, yeah, it would be harder.
Who's on your team?
Myself, Mitch, Kirsten Kirkland, and Alexa Ferguson.
Okay.
So.
And semis is the aim, and then
yeah, it's like the first aim. Like,
see where the cards
fall. It'd be a dream come true for me in the games. You know what I mean? So it's not the first side because obviously none of them.
You're not going to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, sorry guys. Yeah. Our aim was only to make the semi-finals. We're okay, thanks.
Yeah. If the team makes the games, then fucking hell, it'd be good. You know what I mean?
So you've been to the games?
Yeah, twice, luckily.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, incredible. Yeah, amazing. It was a brilliant experience when I went.
You're in the lower extremity division, is it?
Yes, yeah. Okay. So I have a right foot and ankle deformity and then muscle wasting on my right calf. So yeah, I was in the lower, that lower extremity and what is due to be the lower minor moving forward into next season.
Okay. How do you feel about that being called minor?
To be honest, my mindset has always been, I try to keep up with the guys in intermediate RX all the time. That's how I've lived my life through sports. I played rugby without being adaptive. I've come to CrossFit, and I didn't know that I was adaptive until 2021. So I spoke to my wife and went through the rule book, and I said to her, like, this category more or less describes what I have. So I got in contact with Alex Erkenbach at the time, and he said, yeah, that is included in what the criteria to qualify for the games, and it kind of went from there. So mine has got a bit of a buzzword to it, but I don't know, it's his word.
How do you feel about the changes, like about Wheel One taking over?
Wheel One are brilliant as a company, and they're much more understanding of the adaptive competition. So I work with Adapt, a charity in the UK, and we help to put on the adaptive lanes at our car competition in Southern Quarter. We did March Mayhem about Photoground last March. April actually, and we're due to do Marbella next year as well, so to help them and get them more understanding. We work closely with Wheel One, so their understanding is much better and their inclusion is better. However, the spectacle, I'm hoping, will be as good at the games, but I'm yet to be pleasantly surprised by that.
Is it like detracting for you a little bit the fact that it won't be in Fort Worth at the same time? Is that like a bit of a letdown?
Yeah, being at the CrossFit Games was incredible, and that's an experience I don't think can be fully replicated. Like I said, I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised, and hopefully it does take off with the Wheel One Games and where it goes, but it will be gutting for the guys next year that go, and myself probably included in that, than to not be going to Fort Worth and not be checking in and being treated like the elite athletes for that week, which is what does happen.